Good morning, bows and bow ties. So look, it's about 4:43 this morning, and I just want to talk about football for a second because this weekend was something else. Let me just start off with the what was me portion. It is hard being a Giants fan. Now, I just want to say, I know there's a lot of reasons why they are bad, but the badness is batting. It's just like just terrible. Like, and I didn't even get a chance to really watch the game because I was busy, being a parent and doing other things. Um, but yeah, and then of course my husband is an Eagles fan, so well, he doesn't really bother me too much about it, maybe a little bit. But I'm just kind of like it is hard being a Giants fan. And the thing that kills me is like, this is a year or two ago, I cannot remember. Someone tried to accuse me of being a bandwagon New York Giants fan. And I'm like, why would I pick one of the worst teams to be a bandwagon fan for? And I had to explain. I'm like, I am from New Jersey. So, I am a fan of New York teams. So that means I'm a fan of the Giants. I'm a fan of the Yankees. I'll be a fan of the Knicks. And so people are like, yeah, you're a fan. I'm like, they're bad. Why would I pick a bad team? Anyway, so now that the Yankees are doing well, I bought a couple of things like a week or so ago. And they were like, oh, you're a bandwagon fan. I'm like, well, no. I've always been a New York team's fan. They've just been bad. But I never hopped over to another team. I said the only person that I do that for, as far as I just like this person, is LeBron James. Even though he flops a lot, I like Angel Reese. But at the end of the day, I'm always going to want my teams from New York to win. So I just want to say, at least the Yankees are holding it down. Now, let me caveat by saying, don't ask me any questions about the Yankees. I barely know who the people are. I don't follow baseball that much, but if I'm picking a team, I go with the teams that I go with, right? Because I'm from New Jersey. So, and now when people start bothering me, I will just go put on a Yankees shirt and just start trolling, especially for all the Baltimore fans. And I love trolling people from Baltimore. So, go Yankees. They're in the World Series, blah, blah, blah. Hopefully the Knicks do well this year. I doubt they'll win, but let's just be clear. Getting back to the Giants. They need to get rid of that GM. They need to get to start all over. Let me tell you, I literally have been fake beefing with somebody at work because he's not even a New York Giant fan, and he's trying to convince me of the greatness of Daniel Jones. I'm like, Daniel Jones is not good. I remember over the summer, my husband and I were watching Hard Knocks, and we were like hee-hawing at the fact of the Giants GM or whatever talking about not wanting to pay Saquon Barkley and the whole 9 yards surrounding that. And I'm like, he's gonna eat the words. It was like right around preseason time, and of course, my husband's like laughing. He's like, they need to fire that GM because they're gonna play these words over and over again. They didn't think anybody was gonna pay Saquon, all this other stuff. But I was just like, oh my gosh, like the badness of it all. Like, it's hard being a Giants fan right now. All right, I want to like talk about college football for a second because I saw bits and pieces. I know I fell asleep on part of it, but I also was gone for a portion of the weekend because sports for my children. And I just want to say, shout out to Georgia because Georgia, you know, let me just say this. I used to be really irritated with the SEC, but I'm not. That literally is the best conference in football. Okay? Shout out to Georgia, letting all these whacked out weirdos from Texas know. They're like, we have restored order. Yeah, I do think there's a lot more parity in college football, but like I was just sitting there thinking, like, why does everyone think that Texas is really going to beat Georgia? But I couldn't see anything because I'm not like a football aficionado. I was like, Texas is not going to beat. I'm sorry. So anyway, I'm going to move on past that. I think the favorite one that I enjoyed was Maryland coming back on USC. I was like, it's happening. Oh my goodness! Like the shenanigans of it all, and I was like, I guess because the guy. Now look, I'm not an aficionado, so if I'm jacking the whole thing up, then just get on me. But my master's degree is from OU. I was in the military at the time when back in I think in 2001. So they had to fly the professors over to Europe, right? So I got my master's degree actually from OU. If I were stateside at the time, then I would have just gone to a normal university. But not that OU isn't, but all the professors have to be flown over. So my degree is from OU. Okay, just hang with me, so everybody giggles. So a few years ago, a coworker of mine is like, "You don't rep your school." I'm like, I don't follow college football. I mean, I do, but I don't. He's like, you know. So I was like, this is several, like maybe 3, 4 years ago. So he's got me like buying like all this gear and stuff. So now, I was like, yeah, yeah. So then when he was telling me, he's like, you don't know that they're moving to the SEC. It's going to be them in Texas. And Texas, I think, is going to pay $50 million for both Texas and OU. Or to get them. He knew all this stuff. So he had me invested. So I was like, yeah, yeah, we're going to the SEC. So we finally made it to the SEC. I was like, is OU going to die? He was like, OU is going to get hammered. They're going to get basically baptized. So fast forward. I guess the Lincoln Riley dude left OU and went to USC. And I'm like, that jerk. Not that I'm really invested, but it was just fun to get caught up. So I was caught up. So now the USC is playing Maryland. And I'm like, yeah, shit, they left OU. So I was quite pleased to see USC just take that L. Not because I was that invested, but I just find it entertaining. I'm like learning all this college football stuff every week, follow the polls and all sort of stuff, and I'm like, go get them, Terps. Now keep in mind, I live in Maryland. I don't hate Maryland, but it's nice to root for the home team. So I'm like, go Maryland. So you got a whole lot of people who are going to be in their feelings today. All these people messed up their parlays. What else? Alabama losing to Tennessee. And let me just say, the guy who got me watching college football is a big Tennessee Vols fan. Now, remember, just previously, they lost to Arkansas Razorbacks. I was like, I think Arkansas is good, right? They got a real aggressive mascot thing. So I was like, he was like, this is going to be a tough one. And of course, they lose to Arkansas, right? So now, Tennessee has to play Alabama. And let me tell you, by the way, this guy hates Alabama so much that I cannot stop hee-hawing at his expense. This is like a true Southern dude. And it's funny because, like, I don't want to bring race into it, but this white guy knows how to cook and everything. He's like all into like food and everything. He knows everything. So he hates Alabama. I'm sorry, I got to pay attention for a second. So much. And he knows all the stuff. He knows all the mascots, all the rivalries, and I can never keep up with which one is the Red River rivalry. I can't keep up. He knows all the coaches, he knows everything. So he hates Alabama. And I didn't realize Alabama's main rival was Tennessee. I just found that out this weekend. I just thought he hated Alabama because he just had this real hate for Alabama, but he cannot stand Alabama. So now, the fact that they won this week, I'm texting him like a weirdo. I'm like texting him the thing. He's like happy. He's like, yeah, I went to fit the whiskey and everything like that. So college football was footballing all weekend. There was just so much. I think Air Force got blown up by, I don't even know. I can't even remember who they played for. I was like, how can you guys be in the armed forces and you just suck so much? Um, Anyway, so I just wanted to say I enjoyed the fact that Alabama lost just because I'm not, I love the fact that they're so competitive, but I was like over the Alabama story for like the last few years. I was happy to see Georgia restore order. And I know everybody wanted Texas to like win, but I couldn't really say much because I'm like, I don't think they're going to win, but it's not even based off of anything intelligent. I was just like, I don't know. Georgia looks really, really good. So now it is 4:53 and I'll be at work in probably like 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, but I'll cut this in about 5 minutes. Let me tell you, I cannot wait to hear what people have to say, especially about the NFL. Oh my goodness. But that college football situation, Maryland coming back on, horrible USC, quiet as it's kept. Colorado beat Arizona, the Wildcats yesterday. I was like, oh, that one was kind of kept them to wraps. I was like, shout out to Colorado. It was like, not, it wasn't yesterday. It was this weekend. I'm sorry, Saturday. I'm getting my days mixed up. But I was like, shout out to Colorado. I'm invested. I'm invested in college football right now. Like, I'm going to be like, I don't know. I'm going to be one of those people now. So I'm always like, so we were coming back from this basketball tournament, and I'm sitting here in the car with my husband. I'm like, so and so, so and so. And so, of course, he knows who's supposed to play, but he's driving. So he's just like, not caught up. He's like, he'll wait till we get home to watch whatever. But let me tell you, fun weekend. Not fun for me and the Giants, okay? Like, I don't know it is so hard to be a Giants fan right now. They're so awful. I can't take this Daniel Jones guy. I've been saying it the last 2 or 3 years, and everyone was like, no, he's so good. You guys went to the playoffs. I'm like, Daniel Jones is not good. I don't care. I don't care if we went to the playoffs. And everyone's trying to hype me up on this guy. I'm like, this guy just sucks. He sucks so much. Wait a minute. Where am I? Is this my exit? I'm too busy running my mouth. And this is my exit. So I'm like, Daniel Jones needs to go. I would rather they sit that guy. I know they paid him like, was it 60 million guaranteed? Or is it 80? But it was like 4 years. So he had like a big contract for like 160 million or something. I don't remember exactly what it was. But I'm like, they need to sit him and get one of these little brand new like quarterbacks coming out of there and just eat it. They need to fix their offensive line. I'm like, why can't you guys stop stuff? Like, why can't you? I don't get it. Like, I'm not. All right. So I'm probably going to need a support group because I wear my New York Giants lanyard every single day. I've been wearing this for years. It's beat down. I probably should get a new lanyard. I'm at the point now where I'm like, I have been supporting them for so long. I'm not going to change my teams, but I'm like, I don't feel like being trolled and heckled. I got to go through the gate and everything, and people bother me about the. It's just so hard to be a Giants fan. It just really is. Because I don't even have anything positive to say. The one person that we like, Malik Neighbors, I think he just came back from off of concussion protocol. I didn't get a chance to really watch the game. But I was just kind of like, we have a horrible quarterback. And look, for those of you watching, look, you're just going to have to just like deal with the fact that I don't know what I'm talking about. I just know what I like and I know what I see. Okay. And I'm learning, because my son plays football now in high school. So, that's all I got. Let me make my way through the yellow brick road and end this live so I can get into work and pretend like I'm going to work in the first hour, even though I know that I'm just going to sit there and lament the fact that my team sucks balls. That always sucks balls. There's no bright spot to this. It's just bad. Okay, subscribe to my channel because I'm perfect in every way. You can do no wrong.